Are you thinking about moving to Ballantyne? Well, don't make the move just yet until you know what it's really like to live here. I'm Angel Mercer, a Charlotte realtor, and I'd help people just like you buy, sell, and relocate to Charlotte with confidence. When my husband and I moved to Charlotte, we landed in Ballantyne, so this area has a special place in our hearts. There are several reasons why we love it here, and there are a few things I want to let you in on that you might want to know before you move here. And then maybe you will also see why so many people come here and don't want to leave. I've literally door knocked apartment buildings and rental townhomes here, and people have told me they'd rather stay here and pay over $2,000 a month in rent because they simply love the area and they don't want to leave. So whether you're just starting to explore, building new, or looking for a second or third home, I'm your trusted guide. Call or text me at 980-263-9632. And if you need anything, those details are in the description box below. Today, I'm giving you the full tour of Ballantyne, what it costs to live here, where the locals love to hang out, and yes, a few things you'll want to watch out for because there are some things in each area. So let's get into it. So where is Ballantyne? Ballantyne is located in the southern part of Charlotte, right along the South Carolina border, close to Indian Land and Fort Mill. Indian Land and Fort Mill, South Carolina are just 8 minutes away from Ballantyne. So that's why this area is commonly referred to as South Charlotte. It's nestled between Pineville, Indian Land, and Weddington. When my husband and I first visited Ballantyne, we just fell in love. And when we finally settled in the Charlotte area, we landed in Ballantyne in an apartment. That apartment has been my favorite apartment of all time. So Ballantyne is about 25 minutes from uptown Charlotte and about 30 minutes to the Charlotte airport. That's without traffic. So it's extremely convenient for commuters, especially those working in uptown. Thanks to that quick access to I-45 and Highway 521. It's truly one of the most desirable areas for families. Ballantyne is also incredibly well maintained. As you drive through town, you'll notice manicured trees, landscape medians, and mature greenery. So it's very scenic and a very peaceful drive. It's really beautiful here. So here's a quick history about Ballantyne. Ballantyne began in 1992 as a visionary master plan community. It was originally a family-owned hunting track. So even before I-45 was fully built, the owner and the developer saw its potential and began rezoning 2,000 acres to create what would become Ballantyne Corporate Park. So Ballantyne Country Club, Ballantyne Village, and Ballantyne Commons East. The famous 30-foot pillar monuments built in early 1990s that you see at Johnston Road and Ballantyne Commons Parkway, they symbolize Charlotte's core strengths, and that's finance, transportation, technology, and human spirit. It's really interesting to know that because Charlotte is one of the leading cities for finance and tech companies nationwide. So today, Ballantyne still lives out its live, work, play, and stay vision. The Fortune 500 offices, award-winning golfing, restaurants, hotels, and a range of housing options from condos to custom estates. So Ballantyne is one of the most developed suburban areas in the city. So if you want suburban peace, but you still feel connected to the city, this is the place for you. Home prices and styles. So as of April 2025, the median home price in Ballantyne is around $571K, up from $550 in March. That's still about a 10.6% lower than this time last year, which means it could be a great time to buy. There's a wide mix of housing types here: traditional brick homes in established neighborhoods, townhomes, luxury estates, and apartments and luxury apartments. There's a few new construction homes, though most builds are from the early 2000s to mid-2010s. The Ballantyne developers are working smart, though, because of what's to come. So within the next year here for housing is going to be a game changer. Here's a fun fact. So Ballantyne skyline is getting even better with new home developments, Oro Ballantyne. It's a 356-unit luxury apartment building rising at the center of the bowl. It will be South Charlotte's tallest residential tower. The 26-story project will introduce permanent residents, plus a potential close-by living option for office workers. Since there's so many corporations that operate out of Ballantyne, like Wells Fargo and Bright House Financials, now I'm going to get into the amenities of Oro. So the rooftop amenities include an indoor and outdoor bar for resident events, a hidden speakeasy, a golf simulator, and a terrace with an indoor grilling station. Pre-leasing has already begun and it will be ready this fall. Then you've got build-to-rent townhomes. Charlotte developer Northwood Raven recently opened the Ballantyne Townhomes at Elm. It's a 17-unit build-to-rent community. So the Ballantyne Townhomes at Elm offer 2 to 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and a 2-car garage. That's awesome. So build-to-rent housing is a growing trend that offers an alternative for people who want more space than an apartment but aren't quite ready to buy. A property like this adds diversity to Ballantyne's housing options, which are predominantly single-family homes. Crossland Southeast is also building some of South Charlotte's first affordable housing on city-owned land in Ballantyne. Then there's Evoke Living at Ballantyne. These will have 9 one-bedroom units, 34 two-bedroom units, and 17 three-bedroom units. This $24 million project will have 60 units total, serving households earning between 30% to 80% of the area median income. This will be a game changer for those of you who want the opportunity to live in Ballantyne but can't afford the home pricing currently. According to Axios Charlotte, Crossland Southeast says it is about 17% complete with construction. Framing has started on one building and work is scheduled to begin on the second in June. Evoke Living will open in February 2026. The entire project should finish by the end of March 2026. One thing I love about Ballantyne, it gives you that polished upscale feel without sacrificing that strong sense of community. The homes move fast though, especially under 500K. Schools and family appeal. So as far as public schools, Ballantyne has major appeal to the masses. You've got Ballantyne Elementary, you've got Community House Middle, and then you've got Audrey Kell High School. They're all highly rated A- to A+ on niche.com. So private school options nearby include British International School, Charlotte Latin, and Palisades Episcopal, and they all have an A on niche.com as well. So how it feels living here. So picture sidewalk-lined neighborhoods, beautiful greenery, trees, and parks, tons of community events, and there's a huge 6-acre park called Stream Park to enjoy. That's right behind me. It's behind Ballantyne Hotel, filled with family and kids activities. The park features a covered pavilion, an interactive playground, a greenway connection, and water features, including a natural stream pond surrounded by plenty of seating. Then there's a climbing wall, hammocks, and then there's an event line as well. We absolutely enjoy how the children's playground incorporated right into the park's attractive landscape, and the playscape is so unique and fun. You don't want to miss coming here. After you get done eating lunch at the bowl, you can come right over here to sit and watch the kids play. You can even play with them because it's so interactive. And then I can't forget our other favorite park. There's a beautiful quiet park tucked away behind the corporate buildings called Coleman Park with ducks. Occasionally a swan, a pond, and then there's a walking trail. There's also catch and release fishing permitted at this pond, which is a nice touch. It's perfect for engagement pics, family photos, and even lifestyle pics. Or even if you just want to enjoy a picnic on a nice date. And we love the willow tree there. My husband and I have taken several photos there for special family events like my daughter's 1-year-old photos, beautiful pictures. You also have Ballantyne's backyard. It's a community park that's a converted golf course with over 100 acres of green space, miles of trails, catch and release ponds, and year-round events. And now with Ballantyne Reimagined underway, we're seeing even more revitalization, new condos, apartments, parks, retail space, and mixed-use developments. We're also seeing some exciting fruits emerging now at the Bowl. There's also a new Novant hospital that just opened, and it services emergency, birthing, surgeries, and also cancer care. There's just so many options for you to enjoy here. So if you're interested in staying fit, Ballantyne offers multiple fitness centers and studios like Orange Therapy, Burn Boot Camp, Pure Barre, Crunch Fitness, and Hotworks. So when we first moved here, I realized though there are not a lot of fast food restaurants. But I will say they do have 3 Chick-fil-A's within a few miles radius of each other. So that was all right with me. And there is at least 1 McDonald's. But because there's so much good food to eat here, it really doesn't matter if there's a lot of fast food here or not. But what I do also love about Ballantyne is that there are so many good places to eat. There are so many hangout spots to eat in Ballantyne Village. Ballantyne Village features fine dining like Zenicolo, which is an Italian restaurant, and my favorite restaurant, which is Expectations, which is my favorite brunch spot. If you ever go, make sure to get the crab and shrimp omelet with the tear and share goose bread. And make sure to make reservations or get there before 9 a.m. on Saturday mornings so you can make sure you beat the crowd. Then there's Hestia. It's an amazing rooftop sushi bar on top of AC Hotel, and it also is a lounge for a fun night with friends or a good date night. Or you can just chill and relax and go over to Mellow Mushroom or Panera Bread and just enjoy the scenery. Then you can head on across the street to Ballantyne Commons and go to Juniper Grill. That's another favorite restaurant of mine. And make sure to get the crab cake dinner and the brisket quesadilla. So everything else is good on that menu though. And then there's Shang Ramen. There are also a lot of vegan restaurant options here like Mama Walk and Flower Child. There is plenty of shopping in Ballantyne in the Blakeney and Stonecrest neighborhood, and there's plenty of boutique shopping as well. And there's big brands there like Old Navy, Banana Republic, Lululemon. Then there's also 2 Targets within a mile of each other. And then there's a movie theater, plenty of grocery store shopping like Sprouts and Publix. And if you love golfing, there's that as well at the Ballantyne Hotel Golf Course. And then the Bowl for brewery and concerts at the amphitheater. And then there's a new grocery store that's coming soon. It's Charlotte's first Wegmans, and it'll be roughly the size of 2 standard Harris Teeters. And it's opening its first Charlotte store in late 2026. Wegmans' expansion here will appeal to the many relocators from New York who landed in Charlotte and just missed this store altogether. So I'm excited because so many other people rave about this grocery store so much. So I'm excited to take a visit myself for the first time. In August, construction will kick off on the approximately 110,000 square foot store in its 600 plus space parking lot. So site work already started in January, and Wegmans is already scouting locations for its next North Carolina stores. So keep that in mind. And you don't have to go uptown to feel like you're out. Date night, girls brunch, solo Target run, Ballantyne has you covered. Now, what you do want to watch out for, so while Ballantyne is very charming, there are some things to watch out for here, like any other town. Some areas can feel traffic heavy during rush hour, in the mornings and in the evenings. When people are going into work and getting off, those are times of very high traffic. So Johnson Road is one of the main roads that get pretty backed up at the end of the day, and in the mornings it can get pretty bad. So I would suggest you leave earlier than expected just to make sure you beat the rush, or leave work early to kind of try to beat the rush. And then find alternative back ways to get home from work. Or you could just listen to a podcast. That's what I used to always do. To combat this, there are city talks of a few traffic adjustment options, like the Blue Line light rail to be extended into Ballantyne, but with no funding for the city's transit plan, that extension is at least 20 years out. And then a possibility of a tunnel. Then there's another option of widening to multiple lanes between Ballantyne Commons Parkway and then the state line. Initial plans called for the corridor to go from 4 lanes to 6. And then a year ago, the Charlotte Ledger reported that officials were examining like a reduced conflict intersection, and that means that would help speed traffic by allowing only right turns onto Johnston Road from the streets that intersected. That would mean that to turn left from adjacent neighborhoods, drivers would have to turn right and then make a U-turn. And you could be looking at construction for a few years as Ballantyne continues to develop, but the city does want to keep it quaint and personal and not like a huge corridor of traffic. So just know that they're working on the traffic issue here. At least they're working on it. So just so you know what's up ahead. So there's a lot to love, but also a few things to be aware of. I always prep my clients with the real deal so there are no surprises. Even though these things are true about Ballantyne, people don't want to leave here and want to stay. This is why we still live around the corner, actually. So is Ballantyne right for you? Ballantyne is perfect for you if you want to live in a top-rated school district, if you are looking for a move-up home with space and amenities, or if you prefer a suburban pace with easy city access. If you value strong resale potential, these reasons will make Ballantyne for you. And if you're seeking lifestyle, luxury, and community, now it may not be for you if you want walkability to nightlife or high-rise living, or if you're searching for under $400K, although there are new options coming soon that are affordable. If you don't care much for expansion, then it may not be for you. Ballantyne is not the cheapest, but it's a solid long-term play for lifestyle and value, and more is even coming. So if you're ready to invest in comfort, community, and quality of life, it might be exactly what you're looking for. Either way, I'd love to help you explore Ballantyne, but if not, I can help you find any other community that fits your lifestyle and budget. Please feel free to call or text me at 980-263-9632 or check out the links in the description box below to schedule your free consultation. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more Charlotte area tours. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.